Hello, friends. I'm Helena Grant, life coach, healer, and stylist, and I am making this video about emotional freedom technique, also known as EFT, because this is a practice that has been incredibly transformative and beneficial for me personally. And we are in a time of quite a bit of insanity. The world is insane. People are a little bit insane. We might feel a little bit insane ourselves at times. We are experiencing a global pandemic, and it's a wild, wild ride. A lot of emotions running around everywhere, especially inside, and a lot of anxiety is coming up for a lot of people. And I am someone who tends to run crazy anxious. And until about 3 years ago, I really used external ways to cope with my anxiety, which were actually totally ineffective and caused more problems than they solved. So I started exploring other ways to release emotion, which for me usually turned into anxiety, which resulted in all kinds of issues like overwhelm and sadness and depression. So emotional freedom technique is technically a pseudoscience, meaning they can't prove why it works, but it works. That is all the proof that you really need. And when I was first introduced to it, I thought, that's a little weird. Why am I going to spend any time tapping on certain points in my body and saying certain things and working through things? Why would I even do that? And then I did it, and I was amazed at the results. So I have actually wanted to create this video for quite a while, and here it is, tapping for anxiety. So we're gonna go through the points, which I just demonstrated right there. And I will narrate where we are on the points. So you can watch the video. I am probably going to close my eyes and let the cues come through without looking at my own reflection image. And so if you want to close your eyes and not be watching yourself or watching me, that is totally cool. I will be cueing where we are in the tapping points. Or you're welcome to watch me, of course. So let's just dive right in and get you feeling better. So EFT, I love it. You don't need anything other than a willingness to do it. And the way I approach it is I start out with identifying a feeling. Today we're going to work on anxiety. And I rate where my anxiety is. 1 being the best, or no, I like to do 1 being the worst. No, 1 being the best. Oh my goodness. 1 being the best, 10 being the worst or highest. So my anxiety right now about doing this video, which, is probably interfering with my thought process, being totally clear. I would say it's about like an 8, maybe a 9. And you might not sense it because I've been able to really create some incredible ways to hide my anxiety, but it's in there, believe me. And I'm going to feel so much better working it through. So anxiety level 1 to 10, where is your emotional range? So identify that. We're going to do 3 rounds of going through the tapping points, karate chop with your establishment phrase, and then top of the head, above the eyebrow, side eye, under nose, chin, clavicle, bra strap, sternum, wrists. Don't worry, I'm going to cue you on that. So we'll go through those points 3 times. We'll stop for a quick moment to do a check-in, and then we will do another round of affirmations that build on what we worked through, going through that. Okay, so now we really are going to dive in now. Okay, so karate chop point. Even though I feel extraordinary anxiety, I choose to deeply and completely love and accept myself. You can say these words with me. You can whisper them. You can say them silently, whatever suits you. And then we're going to move to the karate chop point on the left hand and say again, even though my anxiety feels off the charts to the point where I can't get anything done, I choose to deeply and completely love and accept myself. And then back to the right hand karate chop point. Even though my anxiety is so high that I'm feeling it all over my body in the form of pain in my head and tightness in my chest, I choose to deeply and completely love and accept myself. Take a little breath there. And then we're going to move to the top of the head, right at the crown. Even though up to above the eye, I feel like down to the side eye, I should really have better control of my emotions. Now tap under the eye. And that this anxiety should not be a problem under the nose because it's interfering with me getting anything done. Chin. And keeping me from delivering my gifts to the world. Clavicle. And even functioning as a normal adult. Bra strap. I choose to deeply, sternum, and completely, wrists together, love and accept myself. And I like to do this with both hands. Some people do it with just one, but I like to get both involved with this process. So now we're going to go back up to the crown. Even though, top of the eye, I have trouble, side of the eye, even identifying when I am anxious, under the eye, and I don't want to be anxious, under the nose, and I am letting my anxiety, chin, interfere, clavicle, on all levels. Bra strap. I choose, sternum, to deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though, we're up to the eyebrows now. We just did the top of the head with even though. Now we're at the eyebrows. I feel like I should be able to manage my anxiety, side eye, better than I am right now, under the eye. And I'm feeling it in my body, under the nose, in my head and in my chest, chin, and probably other places I'm not even aware of right now. Clavicle, maybe even in my lower back or in my neck. Bra strap, sternum, or anywhere else I can't feel. Wrists. I choose to deeply and completely love and accept myself. Okay, now we'll take a little breath and a little pause. And you can move around a little bit. We're tapping into your energy meridians, which are subtle anatomy, again, They cannot be proven that they exist, but they do. We're tapping into energy meridians with these actions, and we're helping that energy move through our system, which is just incredibly beneficial because otherwise it gets stuck, which is probably why I was having a headache and pain in my sternum. And why I was at like an 8 or 9. I'm down to about a 6 or a 7 now. So check in on that scale of 1 to 10, acknowledge where you were and recognize where you are now. There might not be any improvement at the moment, and that is fine. Maybe it even went up because you're like, I'm doing this weird thing. Your body is not accustomed to this new approach, or maybe it's old hat and your body is responding to it in a way that's like taking a deep breath. So we're going to launch into the second phase of my tapping practice, which is where we accept fully, even more so than we were doing originally, what we are experiencing. So back to the karate chop point, and because I started on my right, I'm going to start on my left. And same thing, we're going to do 3 rounds. So and feel free to repeat what I say or whisper it to yourself, or just say it silently, or just watch and do this another time. That works too. Maybe I am willing to experience this anxiety. Onto the right hand, karate chop. Maybe it's okay that I am crazy ass anxious. Nice deep breath there. And back to the left hand, karate chop. Maybe it's okay that anxiety gets in the way sometimes. And now we'll go to the top of the head. Maybe it's okay above the eyebrow that my anxiety side eye takes over sometimes. Under the eye, maybe I am willing under the nose to experience chin, the full spectrum, clavicle, of emotions and sensations, bra strap, associated with sternum, and to the wrists, my anxiety. Back to the top of the head. Maybe I am willing to process above the eyebrow all of the insanity, side eye, in the world, under the eye, and in my life, under the nose, and all around me. Chin, maybe it's okay. Clavicle, that in my process of processing, bra strap, I am experiencing the sensations, sternum, as crazy and insane, wrists, anxiety. Back to the top of the head. Maybe I am willing, above the eyebrow, to fully commit, side eye, to all aspects of being human, under the eye, of being in this body, under the nose, of experiencing all of the uncertainty and changes, chin, that are occurring around me, clavicle, and are totally beyond my control. Now to the bra strap. Maybe it's okay that on occasion I feel anxious and overwhelmed. That's on the sternum. And then we'll go to the wrists and close this EFT practice with saying, and so it is. You can keep your eyes closed and take as many deep breaths as you want. I recommend at least one. And then go back to that check-in. Where are you now? I personally am kind of surfing at like a 5, but it's like really good, solid, happy 5. The anxiety is still there. It's not totally gone, but it has abated. It has received acknowledgement. It has not been suppressed. It has been shown love. And I will close with saying, anxiety is excitement without the breath. So think about that. The next time anxiety starts showing up for you in any manifestation, send it love, do some EFT, and remind yourself that really you might want to be excited about something. Until the next, thank you